Oh, how you going, buddy?
Yeah, good. How you going?
Yeah, not too bad. We should probably be recording. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Is this live?
Yep.
Fuck. How you doing, buddy?
Excellent.
Fantastic. You're fucking ruining my life, dude.
Why?
Sending me down rabbit holes, looking at analog horror on the internet.
It's good though.
Why?
It's good content.
What the fuck is that genre of just like? How do you even define it? I don't know.
I don't know. What do you think? I was thinking, what's the scariest aspect of analog horror to you?
I haven't watched enough. I'm just watching. I'm not even watching it primarily. I'm watching people do reports on it, which is fascinating.
Yeah, true.
I don't know if I have the time to.
The main reason I get you to watch the report side of it is because they cover in more detail what you might not notice.
Yeah,
and also
exactly.
It,
Missed a lot of
it
shit.
gives you a much broader. It covers the story a lot quicker.
Yeah, it's like English
Catches you up
class,
way
but
quicker.
for fucking weirdos on the internet. I love it.
Except you're
intensely.
analysing a fucking horror series, and
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess it kind of lessens the horror, but at the same time, you're like, that's fucking interesting.
yeah. I gotta watch the back rooms.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't have time in my week to be doing this, and you like just kicked me off the edge, and I'm falling down the side of the cliff into the deep water of random internet horror shit.
And then I introduced you to Mamamax.
Yeah, we watched Mamamax for like an hour and a half last night. That was fucking. Oh my god.
His content's
That's gonna be the rest of my weekend, dude. You've
right.
fucking
Most
killed
of the stuff-
me. You've ruined it.
maybe not Mamamax's stuff, but a lot of stuff you can just have in the background. and
Yeah.
Listen to. But yeah.
Gonna be meant to be playing board games with my girlfriend, and I'll be like, no, let's watch some
No.
deep voice
Let's
bloke
make
on the
this
internet
more
hunt,
interesting.
hunt child molesters. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Fascinating.
You can already kind of see it in the Sad Satan one. You can kind of already see that he was glad that guy got arrested because
Yeah.
he was basically a pedophile. He had
yes,
child
that's a good
pornography on
thing.
his phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a good thing. But you can always, you could already kind of see that he
He's
might end up
ramping
down
up.
that part. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
He also, at one point, or 2 points, 2 videos, he hunted down like animal abusers as well, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah,
That's
they
God's
kind of
work too.
coincided along with hunting child predators and fucking him up.
It's God's work. Hell yeah. Fucking grass content, mate. Fucking can't believe I've never watched it before. I should listen to you more often. I'll waste much more time.
Yeah, but they are long videos. That's the only thing.
Half an hour is not a long video.
Like, if we recommend that to any of our other friends, they're going to be like, oh, fucking an hour long. Oh, I can't do that.
No, you just
In
got
my
to
very
start
busy
those.
schedule.
It's really engaging. It's
Yeah.
really, really good content.
You can waste a lot of time watching them, though.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they're entertaining. Like,
You can
they're
waste a
worth
lot
your
of time doing lots of things.
Yeah.
This
They're
isn't
definitely
bad
worth your
use.
time, though.
Watching internet investigations into people that hurt other people and then going, look at them, they got fucking taken down.
So
Yeah,
this would
it's good.
probably be a future topic, like, because whereas you look up more like real life scenarios and real life things,
Yeah.
I am very invested in fiction and stuff.
Yes.
It's like not real, but it's very entertaining. So yeah, just fictional entertainment like analog horror is just, I just love it.
Yeah.
Love watching it.
I like kettlebells and steak. That's pretty much the core of my existence at the moment. It's good fun.
But you learn about a lot of real world stuff like politics and everything else.
Yeah.
Between.
Okay, which is stranger than fiction
Drug
lots of
use.
times.
Yeah.
But again, you got to treat it as the same thing. Like the US is a fictional place. It's just made up for entertainment. That's the only way you can
Well,
look
sometimes you're like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, we live in some fucking fictional world now.
at it. Yeah. Drink anytime I talk about psychedelics on a podcast.
Yeah.
That's the new drinking game. Everyone do a shot every time I bring it
I
up.
reckon also a shot every time we mention a YouTuber that we like,
Yeah.
which is already
We're just
been a
running
lot.
ads
It's
for
like,
stuff that
oh
we
yes,
like.
this guy and this guy and this person.
All 2 people that listen to us, all our fake accounts to try and drive up engagement on this podcast. We're just advertising our favorite YouTubers to ourselves.
Yeah.
Lol.
Like, these are great YouTubers.
The end. That's all we have to contribute to the world.
And that's all our interests,
We
basically.
have no original ideas. We're just like, fuck yeah, boys.
See what I wrote about analog horror. That's
My
one of
notepad
topics.
shits all over yours.
Good for you.
I'll go get it out. Hold on, I'll show you.
Yeah, so he's like the worst fucking podcast I've ever fucking had to deal with. I can't believe I'm fucking in business with him. Fuck.
It's got a fucking hard cover. Look at this shit, boy. Get fucked. It's got nothing in it. I haven't written anything down yet, but
No, that's pretty cool. Where'd you get this from?
the fucking Officeworks, mate. Where else?
Fuck, Flex a little harder, man.
Yeah, exactly. Hardcover notebook. I don't know if I'll journal in it at all. I don't know if I have the
I've like
attention
3
span to do
notebooks
that.
now.
Nice.
I have one that I've been using since uni.
I don't miss
I have
the
one
uni
for
days.
podcast stuff / just Dugite media. And then I have one just for drawings, like
Nice.
specifications and stuff. I don't
Every
know how
time-
often I'll use that one, but all the ones are in a sending order of use.
Every time I
What do you
try and
think?
draw, I just upset myself with how bad I am at it, and then don't continue along. I'm like, I'm not doing this. Hurts my feelings too much. But yeah, the
Yeah, but it's like learning a guitar.
fucking yeah.
You
Well,
only get better by you keep doing it.
yeah. The
Maybe look up a few tutorials, but yeah.
hardcover notebook shits all over yours. Watch me forget it. I'll chuck it over there. Done.
Yeah, once
It's
you
gone
forget it,
forever.
like you forgot your headset last week.
Yeah. Forgive me.
Who
Forgive me
cares?
those who had to
Still worked out.
listen to me sit too close to the mic and go.
So what intrigues you about analog horror? What
I
gets
don't
you
know.
into it the same way that I'm into it?
It's fun to turn my brain off and have somebody explain it to me, so I don't have to think.
No.
To actually watch it and think would be challenging. But by the time I get to like sit down and watch YouTube, it's the day's over. I've been like, get up early, work out, come home, meal prep, play the guitar, fall asleep.
Yeah, okay,
That's
yeah,
been
you're pretty
effectively
busy.
my work week. So if I do get to watch analog horror, it's like to serenade myself to sleep with tales of on the internet. I'm like, and they got him.
Getting caught, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
The
satisfying.
world is good.
The world has improved slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's interesting. It's cool to see younger guys and guys with low budgets creating like legitimately good horror content. That's fun. That's exciting to see.
And also it seems like the technology is a lot better now to actually make that stuff.
Yeah,
Like
like
if you look back to something like, well, I guess they wouldn't really use it in something like Marble Hornets.
yeah,
Wouldn't really need to use CGI, but it's just helpful that they actually have it. Like you can still kind of tell it's fake, but at the same time they set it in a period where cameras were low quality anyway.
Yeah.
So you can forgive it actually looking fake anyway.
it's kind of the point. Yeah.
It's brilliant.
The Backrooms is fucking sick, dude. I didn't realize. So that Kane Pixels guy, what, like 3 million subs or something?
Yeah, and he's
That's
only
fucking
16.
wild, dude. That's fantastic. I didn't know that many
Remember, this
people,
meme
like-
was made like I think nearly 4 years ago now too,
Yeah,
and it kind of got stale and everyone got sick of it because it's just like everyone expanded the lore to the point where it's not scary anymore.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
guess.
it gets overused, kind of like any horror, for like even like Slender Man and stuff like that. Eventually, it grows stale because it's like, oh, it's not scary
Yeah,
anymore.
we know
Everyone's
what
just
formula is.
butchered it.
Five Nights at Freddy's, anyone?
Yeah, it's not scary anymore. That's the
Dude,
biggest
those-
issue with it.
I remember. How old were we when they came out?
So that was 2014, so we were about 14, 15
Yeah,
when they
dude.
started releasing. Yeah.
That was, yeah. I didn't like those games. I wasn't good. I didn't have the drive to overcome the fear. And I wasn't good at it either. So I just fucking failed and was terrified. I'm like,
yeah,
fuck that
okay.
noise, dude.
But the more you play it, the more you'll realize, it's the same thing
Yeah.
over and over, and it doesn't become scary anymore. It just, well, it depends how much you persevere, but it becomes annoying, like trying to get through
Yeah.
all the levels and nights and whatever else.
To be fair, I was a bit of a pussy when I was 14. So you were there. You remember.
Or maybe that was a good age then, because then you actually do get to experience the horror element of it.
I might have to bust it out tonight.
Because if you well, I don't think you'll find it scary. You'll just be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like when we were back in the Dizzy, coming over and playing Slender Man, that sort of shit. And it was just like got to the point of it just being annoying. There was a couple, like the first couple times you play it, you're like, fuck, where is it coming?
The atmosphere is very good. I
Yeah.
love that about it.
And then eventually you're like, fuck this fucking tall motherfucker.
And then you start actually trying because you're like, all right, let's fucking beat
let's
this shit.
grind this
and
out,
it's like,
beat
fuck,
this.
this is actually annoyingly hard.
Yeah,
I gotta have some decent skill.
yeah. Fucking wild, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to
But
see.
I mean, that's a good way to get over the fear of it.
Yeah.
In horror games, is you treat it more strategically in your head, like, okay, I gotta go here, I gotta go do this.
I remember when
Remember all these steps.
Alien Isolation came out. I was
Yeah.
really excited to play that. And I remember sitting in the front room of the house, like pulling the curtains shut, blocking out as much light as I could, big over-ear headphones on to play like the first couple hours of it and like really soak myself in the atmosphere to just appreciate it before I got used to the mechanics. And that was fucking terrifying, dude. Sitting in the dark, like not knowing the mechanics of the game and learning stuff and getting eaten and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to learn controls. That was really cool. That was about 3-4 hours of playtime. Then after that, it's like, no, curtains open, lights on. Let's try and beat this fucking thing. Fuck that alien.
You know what always jump
Let's
scared
go.
me in that game, though? It was never the alien. It was always the gunshots were fucking loud.
Oh my god. Blow your
like,
eardrums out
and
your
like
asshole
you don't
loud.
expect them because you're like, oh yeah, but run past this person. Oh fuck, they saw me. Bang, and it's just a huge loud noise.
Yeah,
And
your
like,
eardrums exit through your
it does get your
butthole.
heart going though.
Yeah.
I will say
It's a good game.
it's good, but sometimes it was just way too fucking loud. Even when you had your headphones at a decent level.
Yeah. Towards the back end, I think it got a little repetitive, but this is basically a decade ago since I've played it, so
Yeah.
almost. God damn.
It's a pretty long game at the time too.
Yeah.
I think it was like a 20-hour campaign or something.
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
The back end of that got hard and difficult. I remember shitting bricks the first time there was multiple aliens, because I was like, all right, there's one, work that out, and then there was just another one in front of me. I'm like, oh fuck.
Actually, I saw
Of
something.
course, you should have been expecting that at some point there was going to be multiple aliens. I have to keep building the tension. But yeah, when it happened, you were like, shit. Scurry back into the fucking corridor.
I saw something a couple months ago, actually, a mod for the game,
Yeah.
where they made the alien even more aware than normal.
Oh no.
Like, because you can just hide behind, like, medical beds and stuff, and it won't notice you. But this
Yeah.
awareness mod, like, just has it amped up to 11. It will just fucking... If it sees you in its vicinity, well, it doesn't really have eyes, but it just fucking knows you're there.
Yeah.
It will just hunt you down and get right up in your face.
Alien
It's
on.
super aware.
Why'd you give the alien Adderall? Stop.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just, yeah, it was insane to watch. It's like the moment he entered the room, and if the alien was in the room and he heard any inkling of a noise, it was just fucking running towards you like, fuck
It's
you, I'm
over,
going to kill
dude.
you. Yeah.
That alien's been intermittent fasting, and it's time to break its fast.
Because there's plenty of like speedrunners of the game who like found exploits where you just sit in certain corners and stuff, and the alien would just walk past and not even know you're there.
Lol. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
So that's why people are like, okay, let's make it harder, as people like to do.
Yeah. Some people have too much time in their hands.
Just look at games like Doom Eternal. I know you haven't played it, but everyone's just like, oh, this is tricky, but like I've mastered this. Make it harder.
Yeah.
And then people just make some insane mods where just you get locked in a tiny room with all these fucking super heavy enemies that possess have way too much health.
Lol.
And people are still beating it.
Some people need to touch
Like
grass.
the game is struggling more than the
Yeah.
player. It's just like, these people are insane, but it's very entertaining to watch. Like, fuck, you got some fucking skill there.
Yeah, don't give obese nerds fucking weed and Adderall. They're unstoppable. Unemployment benefits and Adderall. It's the end of the world. They'll take over. I have nothing but time. If the world was the game, it's over. They're done.
So coming back to analog horror, what have you watched?
Not much. I watched some of the Backrooms a couple months ago.
You watched Gemini Home Entertainment 4?
Yes.
You watched Local 58?
Yes, also.
What else have you watched? Is there anything else in there of the recent ones?
You probably know more than me about what I've watched.
I probably do.
I'm a fucking... I'm a little transient on stuff like this.
All right. What did you think of Local 58?
I don't remember. I'd
You
have to
don't
watch it
remember?
again.
You don't remember the moon shining down and it was
Oh,
basically
yeah,
killing
that stuff.
people? And I think Wendigoon, his video covers it differently to other people, like his analysis
Yeah.
on it. So some people thought, well, the creator of Local 58 said it's not about aliens, because everyone kept saying, oh, it's about aliens that come from the moon, blah, blah, blah. He said no. More like the moon is a living entity. I think most people have kind of worked that out. I think Nexpo covered it, MatPat said the same sort of thing, and Wendigoon said something similar. But there are like creatures that end up on Earth in that first episode that was uploaded, in terms of chronologically uploaded.
Yeah.
And you know, with the cars driving at fucking 1 a.m. in the morning, it ends up in the forest at 4. And the GPS is telling him to turn off his lights and wait in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lol.
that was pretty freaky, but it was fucking brilliant.
Yeah. It's a good little series. I like the moon as a unavoidable
entity.
evil. Yeah. That's a
There's
fun
lots
thing to
of
do.
subtle things I
It's
never picked up on
Lovecraftian.
as well. And I think
Yeah.
Wendigoon covered that, or maybe I just can't remember it because I hadn't watched Nexpo's or MatPat's video in a while. But like it has references to the moon landing and stuff like that. Like that is a cause for why the moon is affecting signals, or whatever creatures on the moon is affecting signals on Earth through Local 58 or just other frequencies, like in the car.
Yeah.
I thought that was just really interesting.
Yeah, well, that's...
And the victory position, do you remember that?
No.
all Americans lay down and basically kill yourselves because this is the only way we win.
Oh.
And then it was a fake.
Drink the Kool-Aid much?
It wasn't meant to be aired, but it was aired.
Fuck.
It was expired. Oh, what else was there? There was something else in that video as well. Oh yeah, there's no 51st state, which was something, another bit of trivia knowledge, it was something that people were talking about in the 60s regarding the moon landing. Like, is it America's land? Something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, there is no 51st state. There's only 50 states in America.
Yeah.
And the moon, I guess, you can't really count that as a state.
No.
But that's in there as a reference, like the 51st state is the moon, or was the moon.
Yeah, but it's actually an entity. I like that Lovecraftian aspect to it.
Yeah, true.
And I also like the moon landing fucked with it and set it off. It's kind of like the current internet people about aliens and how our nuclear program is kind of what led to the increase in sightings.
Yeah, and I would also say as well, like, there's more like radio frequencies and stuff now than before the moon landing. You know what I mean? Like, going after that. Yeah. It's like they awaken the moon and then now it has a way to send signals because we can capture them because we have the devices to do that. Capture radio waves because of our advancement in technology. And speaking of like that Lovecraftian stuff.
Yeah.
It's like really cool in that sort of series. Like same with Gemini Home Entertainment. How there's like just a planet that's basically an entity.
Yeah.
That's fucking with the planets in the solar system.
Yeah.
Like infecting them. Like, well, it's infecting Earth because there's people on it. And but it's already affected things like Neptune.
Yeah, it's cool for that sort of thing.
I know. I love when they add space to it. It's like, fuck, there's like no escape. You're just a little ball in a solar system that already has an entity coming for you. Like, where can you go? We're not spacefarers.
That's real. That's exactly the situation that we're in. And it's, although not necessarily entities, the problem of large rocks just falling out of the sky and ending everything as we know it. That's a possibility. We like to talk about stuff like that in narrative form. So as storytelling monkeys, we do like to make stories out of things that are worth keeping in mind. But yeah, the potential for what Tunguska happened, 19, whatever it was. Yeah, rocks just fall out of the sky sometimes.
Yeah. But that's not as horrible as something that lives underground or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, things that are more unknown, like if the moon was a fucking entity, you're like, oh shit, and it can send fucking radio waves and affect GPSs and even stations and tell you, go look up at the moon. You know? Like, or like with Gemini Home Entertainment, like, the entities from that fucking planet that's sitting outside the solar system affecting everything, they're already here. They've already infected so many other moons and planets that are far out.
It's already
But also
over.
their creatures are already here.
You're just waiting to die. That's part of it, which is, wow.
Like, there's no escape. Like, Gemini Home Entertainment is great. The creatures, or the, what they call them, skinwalkers / wood crawlers, I think they were, are already living underground. Yeah. They can live at super depths of the ocean. They can be everywhere. Like, there's no escape. And you're on the ball of the planet. So even if you rocket it out of there, there's still the fucking iris. Yeah. Just waiting for you and ready to fucking catch you and take you out. Yeah. It's a deep story. I don't think they've uploaded anything on that in a while, but it's just terrifying because there's just no escape at all. But the more you watch, you're like, fuck, nothing can save us. Yeah. All these systems they have in place, like the bunkers and stuff, to protect you against these things, easily destroyable. And I love some of the other avenues they go down as well, like making a video game out of it. Yeah. That was fucking cool.
That is a cool thing to do. Yeah, I like the storytelling aspects of it. It's fundamentally like...
they weren't just like videos like something you'd find like Marble Hornets, where it was like a continuation. Maybe you had to piece some things around. They had different forms of media that they portrayed things through, like the video game. Yeah. Or like some of the advertisements for products in order to defend yourself. And
that's a fantastic thing about this online creative small form. I don't even know if it's like particularly small form. It's not Hollywood budget, but it's not Hollywood parameters either, which means that you can kind of do whatever you want with the narrative devices, and that's really fucking cool.
It almost seems like people do more with less now.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
They're like, all right, well, I don't have all the Hollywood capabilities, but I don't need it to tell a fucking awesome story. Like, I'll use the little technology I have, like the CGI isn't that good, but I'll make it look good because of the time I set it at and all this other stuff. Yeah. And it's like, this is awesome. I love a good story.
Yeah, no, it's good shit, man. No, yeah, I like the existential parts of those stories. Is that yeah, we all die eventually, and generally, if you're gonna have most most narratives, you have the stoic hero fighting against the unstoppable evil, and they win generally.
Yeah.
As and then when it becomes horror, they don't necessarily win. That's the thing. Because if you're going to sell a movie, you kind of have to have that narrative arc complete and have somebody overcome something to win the day or lose in a way that learns something. And that's the analog horror. You can just lose. Like, you just die. That's cool that they're not.
I think with the existential dread you were saying,
yeah.
it's like all of them feel like hopeless. Like every time you see a new video from it, you're just like, wow, like humanity's screwed. You know, like it looks more and more worse. Like, no, we can't be saved here.
Yeah.
Like, this is the end. It's just how it ends, which you will never probably find out. And
taste in your mouth of just like, oh no.
Yeah.
Unstoppable, evil, malicious intent of the fucking moon. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and because they don't have to wrap it up in like a 90-minute block or a 120-minute block. Yeah, they can
and
just
it's almost
leave
better
that
not
on
wrapped
the palette.
up. Like,
yeah,
they just
exactly.
leave it, like, their final video might not even be the last video in, like, chronologically. But it's just, like, leaves you with, like, questions like, oh, fuck, how does it end? But you don't really need to know because the situation's dire.
You don't need...
You know things aren't good. Like, there's probably no way out of it. It's probably the worst case scenario.
Yeah, you don't get to know the ending, which is pretty cool. That's what life is too. Like
if you were in that universe, you'd just be filled with dread, basically.
Yeah.
I think that's the purpose. Like, it keeps its horror. There's no happy ending, as it shouldn't anyway.
It's a quote from
It just
The
should be
Expanse.
interesting and scary.
Quote from The Expanse where it's like, I can't die. I have unfinished business. And the other bloke just goes, that's all dying is. Just leaving unfinished business. What the fuck do you mean? We all have shit, dude. You don't get out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is...
You can't die finishing up everything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not possible.
It's not how it works.
No.
You don't get out that easy.
No.
You don't escape life unscathed. It's good.
Yeah.
And it's fun for stories like that to come through. That, like, yeah, the Backrooms is cool. I think
we'll cover
Local
more
58.
of that when you watch the rest of the
Yeah,
Backrooms,
I actually have to watch it.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to watch the Wendigoon stuff. I actually really like this content. Nexpo who? Oh, that's it. 2 shots. We mentioned YouTubers again.
Oh, mention Nexpo? That's a double shot.
Yeah. I have the opinion. I like Nexpo. That's, yeah.
He makes good content.
Yeah, he does.
Can't deny it.
Yeah. I never
Like
thought
that,
I'd go down this rabbit hole. And then I start a podcast with you, and you just keep going, oh, you should watch this. It's good. You should watch this. It's good.
Yeah, have
I'm
the same
glad-
interests as us, duh.
Yeah.
Then you'll like our stuff.
I'm glad you're not into heroin, because otherwise you'd be like, hey, man, just try it once.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on the cocaine now, bro. Like, just try it once.
What could go wrong? Oh my God, please God, don't restart the computer now. I don't want to pick a time. Leave me alone.
Stop crying.
I hope I'm not too loud. You'll let me know if I'm too loud, right?
No, you're fine.
Yes,
I think you're a good volume.
Oh, thanks, man.
I love you too, man.
Fucking gay. Oh, so I bring tales from the real world. My favorite, totally not a cult. No, that's a baseless claim. That's cruel. It's a commune. Was a commune. Mindful Earth. So there's been a little bit of a saga that's been going on with them, and it's all wrapped up now.
Yep.
So they were I don't even know. Sanctuary? Is there? I've got their manifesto. Is that what they call it? Yes, manifesto. I'm not just baselessly claiming they have a manifesto. It was a group of people that bought a property down south and decided they were going to build a commune and try and live sustainably off the land, and peace and love and music and good times. And somewhere in here it mentions sacred plants. Lol. But yeah,
Very suspicious.
I think it's about a 6-year-old project. Yeah, they got into it recently, or we can go back through like what they're actually trying to do, because that's interesting too to read through and have a chuckle at some of the subtleties in it. But
did they have their own website? Did they?
yeah, they had their own website. Like, I'm reading, it's got the Mindful Earth Manifesto as of June 23rd, which is public. It's not like I have some secret information. They're just putting this out there.
Yeah.
They had a fire recently that sort of got them in hot water with local council, who had been like, you guys aren't bushfire proof. You're not up to code. Fix that. And then they had a fire. So consequently, the council was not pleased. I think
Right.
unrelated, they were also being in trouble for constructing things unlawful, so not getting shy permission, but effectively unlawful construction of like sheds and stuff like that. I don't want to generalize. I don't know what words used to describe them, but traditionally anti-establishment hippies haven't always made good with the councils that they have to deal with.
They just kind of do their own thing.
Yeah, well, as a little bit of an anti-establishment hippie myself, like, yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
red
I want to
tape.
do my own thing.
What's interesting is down that way, it's all farmland and stuff like that. So I imagine that most properties have some unlawful construction, so non-Shire approved shed somewhere, because it's just so much cheaper and easier to just build a shed in a back paddock that no one will ever see, unless you're running a sanctuary and not complying with bushfire regulations. And I don't know if that's true or not, actually.
I mean, the bushfire one will definitely catch them out.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah.
For Australia.
Well, it
that
was
is.
like February, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, you can't be lighting fires at that time, you
Terrifying.
dumbasses.
No, I think they just had a generator go up or something, and then a French tourist that was living on the property got pretty badly burnt
No,
trying to deal with it. So yeah,
I see.
it wasn't a good outcome, but I forget when that was. Fire crews have contained a blaze at Linefloat Sanctuary in Carradale on Sunday that saw a man airlifted to hospital with suspected burns. How do you suspect
What's
a burn?
suspected burns?
Oh my god.
What does that mean?
Yeah, my goodness. Possibly sparked by a generator, and a man suffered serious burns.
I wonder if
while
they're
attempting
messing
to fight
around
the
with it,
outbreak.
or like it just overheated or something.
I have no idea.
You know what I mean? Like, because I don't know if you could
Unconfirmed
get an arc
reports.
flash from a generator, but if you're
Shush,
fucking
shush.
around with it,
Unconfirmed reports suggested the man caught fire after using a drum of ethanol he mistakenly thought was water to douse the flames.
oh fuck!
Oh
mate.
my God.
that is retarded.
That's not a good outcome.
Oh,
That's why
how do
you
you
label
do
your-
that?
That's why you label your campus people.
I'm not saying he's on something, but he could be on something if he thought that.
Nah, you can make mistakes. If it's unlabeled containers,
That's a pretty
it's unlabeled
shitty mistake to
containers.
make, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course it's pretty shitty. It wasn't petrol,
I
but
wonder how many people were drinking that water.
ethanol's a useful solvent. Good for sterilizing. There's lots of uses
Yeah,
for
I know,
ethanol.
but
other
you'd think
than
that you
drinking.
at least label something like that. Anyway, it's
possibly
it's
it was,
it's
but-
whatever. People make mistakes.
You see a grass fire around a generator in Australia in February, you grab the nearest liquid and dip it on there. You're rushing. You're not thinking straight.
No, okay.
So anyway, that happened, which will have definitely caught them ire with DFS and the council. I'm pretty sure they were already under investigation for, a third charge related to undertaking building work in contravention of the Building Act 2011 and undertaking development without approval on his property under the Planning and Development Act 2005. These included using the land as a camping ground and for large-scale events. So yeah, they'd been running I don't know if you could...
If they own the land, though, is that fine to use as a camping ground?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think what the trouble that they got in was when COVID was happening and everyone was
I
like,
see. They're all together.
everyone in the state wanted to go camping
Yep.
because you couldn't fly anywhere. So all the campsites filled up immediately. You couldn't find places to stay. And these guys were like, look, we're a commune, our doors are open, we've got lots of paddock for people to stay in if they want to stay. And so people just flocked to that. And the council was shitty. Because they're like, no, you can't just camp for free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which is...
We'll make a few more campsites then.
Yeah, exactly. But it's stodgy council members versus people just trying to...
Hey,
Be
they got to keep
loving
their
and
job
accepting and
somehow, mate. They
open
got to
and-
make some progress.
They had up like a TP or something. They were doing yoga. They were doing dance classes, live music. They were having a good time down there. It's just, yeah, you piss off the council by building things without their permission.
Yeah.
You're eventually going to be in trouble. And so they lost that case in court and they'd been ordered to pay fines to the tune of about $130,000 in total. It's Australian dollars, but it's still a pretty significant sum of
that is
money.
quite a lot of money.
Maximum penalty under the Planning and Development Act 2005 for commencing development without a development approval is $200,000 and $25,000 for each day during which the offence occurs. That's weird. So just a flat 200 and then 25,000 for each day that you were actually constructing. Commencing development? That's a weird little law.
Before you continue, do you want to explain to everyone what this group does?
No, we can go through that in a second. Let's just...
Just so people know why we're discussing.
Because it's fascinating that there's a real-life commune.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. We live in a small corner of the world. For something like this to happen, it's like, oh shit, it happens here too. That's wild.
Shit happens more than you think.
It's not exactly wild, wild country, but if you watch that, you should watch that.
No, I don't think I have.
You ought to.
Is it a series or a movie?
A documentary series on Netflix.
Okay.
About a commune that got into a shooting war with the federal government in the US.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty cool. And they were over here too. Yeah, so there was a area in Pemberton, the old hop farm, down in Pemby. So they bought that when it became a defunct, when it went out of business, effectively. And then they were out there, orange robes, the whole thing. There was a sect of them in Fremantle. Surprise, surprise. The sex cult had... Sorry, the sex commune had a base in Freo. Not exactly huge news.
So they're not there anymore?
No.
When did they get taken down?
I forget the exact story. Again, there's the documentary on Netflix, which is really interesting. Like, a couple hours worth of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got into like pipe bombing and war with the locals. Because you can imagine conservative farmers weren't exactly happy that Indian guru with a bunch of money came in and bought a bunch of land and set up a commune, and
no, probably not.
they were just fucking and training with assault rifles, and yeah, good time. Sounds like it. Anyway, so these guys are not like that as far as I can tell. To suggest otherwise would be pure speculation. The Shire began receiving numerous complaints about illegal camping at events on the Mindful Earth site in January 2022 and commenced legal action against the owner of Mindful Earth in April 2022. Magistrate Tyres further found that Mr. Murrell, who is the owner-operator of the property, showed no remorse for his actions nor regard for his neighbours. Yeah, but from his perspective, he's trying to do something bigger and better, I guess. And look, I've not met him, I'll talk to him, but he seemed, from what I could see, he seemed like he was trying to do the right thing by people and try and create spaces, because we are becoming rather atomized. I've got to keep facing the mic while I'm talking. Sorry, listeners. Yeah, we are becoming quite atomized and separated as a modern Western society, so community-based stuff probably is important. You just got to do it at a rate at which the council approves of, because otherwise they'll sue you for every dollar you've got. And the update to that all is that they've put out, not a press release, but an Instagram post that they're going to have to sell the property. Although they are under the ecovillage.caradale.com website, they are looking at trying to get investors and doing it big properly with actual investment money rather than just trying to build it themselves. So go through the more modern avenues to this sort of thing. Invest in the future, Eco-Village with cafe and conference centre, sustainable living, 25 lots of renewable resource technology, more than housing, landscape, lake gardens, shop, nursery and retreat. Yeah, they're like, it's close to the beach, the great outdoors. Are they saying, yes, they want to do like a cafe and a retreat centre and then subdivide some of the property up the back. And this is like just behind the primary school and stuff like that in that local area it's not directly off of Chapman Road, but it's down there. And this is all publicly available. I'm not trying to dox them, but...
No. Well, I think we'll include the link with this, so...
Yeah, you can chuck it up there. That would be due diligence. The guy is saying, like, never has there been a time when community living is so necessary. Someone with funds to invest and fix the issues of the council, build amazing spaces and dream big is probably, what they want. It's possible to live in harmony together and allow all to live their passions and be themselves, to connect with other humans on such a deep level. It's all possible. It's actually our normal. Yeah, so now it's turning into a big development project, I think. We'll see how far that gets, because their council despise them for daring to build sheds.
But are they moving out of that area, though?
I don't know. I think they're selling the property, but they'll try and do it their way. They'll have time to cover it. Anyway, their manifesto was fascinating. We create Mindful Earth as many spaces, many types of centres, quiet space, a library, meditation halls, spaces from one person overlooking the ridge to spaces of large gatherings. We envisage an amphitheatre built for the best sound in the world, venue for 1,000 people, majestic bathhouse, hot pool, saunas, massage areas, communal meeting space like the bathhouses of old, a horse farm and stable, entertainment healing spaces, circular in shape, incorporating water features, and acoustically designed structure for the best impact on the human experience. God, these guys ought to discover Joe Rogan. I want cold plunges. cold plunges would be good.
Maybe if that's one of their like daily duties, just listen to Joe Rogan.
Yeah, it's one of my daily duties.
You can join them.
The hardest dick rider for Joe Rogan you've ever seen, dude.
Okay, you're probably not the only one ever, but yeah.
Accommodation, simply the most practical and best. That doesn't fucking mean anything. Elderly hospice for those close to death. We provide the love and support these beings need to move to the other side to comfort and align them for the journey ahead. That sounds open to legal problems. Playground for adults and kids, both outdoors and indoors. Flying foxes, outdoor sounds labs, 5 cents parks. What's a 5 cents park? Skate park's sick though. Dude, fucking shred it up with your shirt off in the middle of nowhere. Let's go.
Do they own all this, or are they just in an area?
No,
that has
this
all
is this is the manifesto. So it was basically a blank property.
Oh, okay.
Like,
this is what they want to put on there.
yeah, this is what they intended to do.
I
But
think
I
they
don't
need
think they got very
a lot
far.
of Shire approval for that.
Oh yeah, you think?
I don't know if they'll be able to get all of that off the
Dude,
ground.
if I was a council member and somebody that worked for the Shire and I
And you
found
saw
this
yeah.
publicly available page on what they want to do with it, you'd be like, oh my god, no.
Yeah, you'd be like, hell no.
Dude, developments that of this sort of size get shut down all the time down there for environmental reasons. And these guys like,
I mean, they're going big, good for them, but
to be
I
fair,
think you kind of got to start small here. You can't just demand all
they
this
did
at once.
start small. So like the Smith's Beach hotel development, I remember that was always a big thing that people wanted to put up a 5-star resort or a 4-star resort or something, and then the council was like, no, don't ruin the beautiful coastline with a huge money grab. Effectively, there's enough to do down there. Oh, sacred garden, growing the most sacred and healing plants around the world, both in a greenhouse and outside. We create an educational space for people to connect with these divine plants. What plants could they possibly mean?
Not sure I'd have
I'm
that
pretty
readily
sure-
available either.
If I was an investigator and I saw that they were going to grow a sacred garden,
They'd be getting
I would
audited
have
every
questions.
fortnight.
Yeah, you would be.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that doesn't look like hops.
If they actually specified and said, oh no, we're just growing like vegetables and stuff, I'm like, you'd be
There's-
a lot less suspicious than that.
I
We're
imagine
growing
there's
the-
going to be pot.
This the greatest spiritual blah blah blah. It's like, don't know about that. That sounds very suspicious.
I saw an Instagram post of his, actually 2 Instagram posts of interest. He was saying like tobacco is a ancient spiritual plant, which is correct, yeah, but also get caught growing tobacco without the relevant license and stuff like that, you're basically in as much trouble as growing cannabis. Because there's that much regulation around not doing it illegally, so they can protect the population from it and tax the shit out of it. Yeah, they get very much as angry about that as actually illegal plants.
I see.
Also, I know for a fact there was on their Instagram, they had a photo of a San Pedro cactus. I'll see if I can find that just to be sure.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to make scandalous allegations, but
I think you might have shown me something like that before, actually.
yeah,
Anyway.
it seemed like they were having a good time, but now they have to sell a property. So
Yeah, I'm sure they were. It's just the way they were going about it probably didn't help them actually further their stuff.
yeah, you either have to deal with the council outright or
Yeah.
do something so small and quiet that it sort of like blends into a legitimate
Yeah.
front. Like if you're gonna make the private
If you're going to
property,
be loud and not actually
Yeah.
let the council know, they're going to just, going to get rid of you because you're not following the rules.
yeah, either go the private property route and just do stuff in the quiet
Yeah.
on your own, or get council approval for big music venues. Yeah, it's a bold way to play it, to like just put on a concert late into the night on a property, because you're gonna get noise complaints from the God-fearing conservative farmers that are the most of the people down that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what did you think they thought? Yeah, those areas vote blue all the time. Blue being the more conservative, they're called the Liberals in Australia, but they are the more conservative party.
Yes. Yep.
Not doing well in global politics, in Australian politics currently. They keep losing because they keep doing things like pork barrel, and they keep coming under corruption fire and buy a submarine. No,
Yeah.
sorry, that's the current government buying all those submarines.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's very...
They're making some mistakes that aren't good.
Yeah, it's very conservative.
At least
out
not good for the people of Australia.
there. Yeah, they've got a photo of their San Pedro flower, become the lotus flower of the San Pedro flower. So they've got their sacred cactus flowering. You're like, oh, cool. Upload the image of the cactus, which it's not illegal to own, I don't think. You can't be done in for possession of the San Pedro cactus, but you kind of have them for mescaline. That's where mescaline comes from. So, yeah, that's funny. Also, they're vegan, so I'm disgusted. I can't not do. Yeah, no fucking way I'm doing that.
I can't join them. They're vegan.
Lots of guitars.
They have guitars though.
Yeah, I know.
What more could you want?
Me to be good at it before I do it in front of people. Yeah, apparently they had like lots of animals stuff. It sounded like a great time, but again, like we do live in the modern world, so you kind of got to rationalize how you can live this sort of lifestyle. Yeah, he doesn't like the council at all. Putting on his glasses, look at him go. Yeah, he's the generator.
Looking fired.
Near new Milwaukee generator catch fire by our open sea storage containers. Sea container storage areas, sorry.
Very interesting. I can't imagine that would just go up in flames though. Something have to be tampered with.
Oh, yeah, who knows?
Who knows? Only they do.
This is kind of why we have regulations around things, right? It's kind of why we have the things in place that we do to prevent accidents like that, people dying. Definitely, we've become potentially
We've said
too
before,
stodgy,
like the
but
safety standards in Australia are pretty high.
yeah,
So it wouldn't be a stretch to say that they might have messed with something in order for that. And that's not good for them because it drew attention to them.
yeah, exactly. Like there are corners to cut and there are corners to not cut.
Yeah.
And like anything to do with fire in this country is not a corner that you cut.
Especially in the summer. Not
Yeah.
a good idea.
There's no way that people are going to like you
No.
or like want you to continue if you're playing dangerous
We already know there's
games.
destruction fires in Australia.
Yeah.
They're pretty devastating.
They get names every time a big one goes through. It's
Yeah.
like Black Saturday and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole country's a tinderbox. It dries out, wind gets up, it's over. Just like
Yeah.
the areas the size of cities, just crisped.
Yep.
Oh, cool. They had their own crypto coin. Tau coin.
Ha!
Of course. they
Hell
do.
yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. This
They
is
sell
everything you could
NFTs
want.
too?
I don't think so.
Oh, surely.
Controlled by Mindful Earth peoples. Short selling and other methods will not be allowed. Not an expert on this, but making sure the coin cannot be manipulated on the world market. It will be bulletproof to attack. What
Is
does
the
it
coin
make?
still going though? That's
I
what
have
I'm
no
curious
idea.
about.
Let's find out.
Gotta know. So many cryptos are going down these days. Is this one still up?
I hope this is it. I can't confirm that this is the coin that they were talking about. They were talking about using it. Where is it? Bartering is an essential part. Our coin is used to transfer funds from Mindful Earth to the outside world. It is used as an investment tool to raise funds to continue building the Mindful Earth dream. Blockchain will be developed in-house and set up to operate even during worldwide internet outages. So they're trying to create their own currency because you're kind of allowed to do that.
Yeah, well, crypto is kind of the way, isn't it? Not the most stable, but people
Yeah.
know about it.
Currently, it is worth 0.0000000061 Australian dollars.
So not
God
very
damn.
much.
That's not a good outcome.
It's time to buy heaps, bro.
Dude, buy $1 worth. Nah, but they've insulated
are
it,
going
so you
up.
can't fuck with the market.
Yeah, okay.
Or apparently, I don't know how you would do that.
Just buy the whole lot, mate.
Buy all of them, the entire market
Just
cap
buy
for
'em
like
out.
$1. Stuff about circles. Yeah, it's full blown. But I mean, they look like they were trying to do good things. They just that's not quite the way to go about it. You don't want to draw the ire of the council. The state doesn't like people going their own way, for better or worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you and me have seen plenty of videos on cults that keep quiet. I'm not calling these guys cults, but just
Yeah.
in general, like they have their own practices that, you know, aren't very ethical or morally correct.
Yeah.
And when they get discovered, you're like, why the fuck was that allowed to happen?
Yeah, man.
Anyway.
I mean, the rampant consumerism and stuff like that we live through today is probably not ethical or morally correct anyway, but everyone's doing it, so everyone's just like, oh, nah. It's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal, therefore it's okay. It's normal, therefore it's okay is not a good way
Justification.
of dealing with the world.
No.
Yeah. Being obese is also becoming normal. That's not good for you.
No, it's not.
I saw something, life expectancy in the US is falling.
Oh, yeah.
It's like down to 76 or something now.
Okay. It used to be about 88.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying. Whatever they're doing over there, it's not working. Again, I firmly believe that the US is a fictional place designed to scare us into...
Hey, some people think Australia's a fictional place.
Yeah, it is a
It's
fictional
not real.
place. We're all
It's flat shit like that. Australia, not a real place.
I don't believe in this fucking weird place. It's all a bad dream.
Yeah, mate. We actually live in the 51st state, the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're a manifestation of the moon.
Yeah, but yeah. Not America, though.
Yeah, I don't believe in
We're
that
our
place.
own entity now.
Oh, speaking of America, I got a podcast ad for something which I thought was truly fascinating.
Yeah.
So remember how over the last, a couple of years ago, ketamine was an illegal party drug that was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm getting podcast ads for telehealth ketamine therapy.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that legal over there now?
Yeah. In the US, there's this, the company is, and good on them for doing podcast ads, so I don't feel bad talking about it. Companies like Mind Bloom.
Yeah.
Created with medical leaders in the field, our program is designed for transformational results. Yeah. Meet with your clinician. Every client is paired with a licensed Mind Bloom clinician who will review your health history to ensure that ketamine therapy is right for you. If you aren't a fit, you will receive a full refund. Nice. Receive your Bloom box. After your consultation, we'll deliver your Bloom box to your door. This is ketamine.
Uber Eats, bro.
Uber Eats for ketamine, dude.
Yeah.
Your Bloom box contains everything you need to complete your ketamine treatment from home. Prepare with your guide. Next, we will pair you with a Mind Bloom guide who will help you confidently and safely administer your medicine. Our guides are trained in supporting ketamine therapy and have supervised over 125,000 sessions. That's actually a good result. Let's learn more about the guides. Mind Bloom guides are a direct point of contact throughout your program. They are experts in supporting ketamine therapy with a variety of educational backgrounds. From preparation through integration, your guide is with you each step of the way. You will meet with them multiple times during your program via Zoom and have direct access to them via text messaging throughout your program. That's sick, dude. It's fucking ED pills, but ketamine. That's like the...
What do they actually use ketamine for, by the way?
It's to treat all sorts of things. Depression, I think, primarily.
Oh, yeah.
It's an anxiety depression one. Apparently it really works.
Cool.
Super efficacious. Efficacious? Yeah, I said that right.
Interesting. But yeah, so you can get that delivered to your door. Like
to your door.
I mean, I guess that'd be good if people are like super anxious, like have anxiety, they can't get out of the house sort of thing.
Saves the infrastructure of having to have centres, clinics. You can just have like office space and have
and then just have them
guides work from there. Yeah.
It's an interesting concept.
Which makes that the Australian way that like, we're gonna have to build centres and it's gonna cost as much as a small car. Yeah, that's fucking dumb. The people are just mailing people ketamine. You probably
it costs as much as a small car. Oh, hold on, it's gonna get blown out to the cost of fucking 20 cars or some shit.
To be fair, the ketamine is a different thing. It's like an hour-long experience, and you don't need like multiple guides sitting there doing it. It's internal. Whereas the MDMA for PTSD and psilocybin for depression, it's a more intense, more outside contact dependent experience. So
yep,
it's just fucking wild. They'll mail you ketamine, dude.
Yeah, that is very interesting.
Your first session.
Oh, there's no package thieves, bro. They're in for a surprise.
Yeah, you'd want to sign for that.
Yeah.
After preparing, oh my god, imagine being a pack. I'm gonna go to the US and be a package thief. Occasionally, you'll strike ketamine gold, dude.
Fuck.
Your first session.
Shit, score.
After preparing your space, begin treatment by placing the ketamine tablet under your tongue. The medicine's effects last about 1 hour, during which you will relax on a sofa or a bed with an eye mask on. Not on the dance floor. Definitely not. Complete your program. Use the Mind Bloom app to schedule sessions 2 to 6. If needed, your Mind Bloom team is always available by Zoom or text. Explore integration circles. Our team of professionals is here to support you every step of the way. Clinicians, guides. Yeah, exactly. So like the distinction between clinicians and guides, like you don't need to be an MD to guide these sessions, but you need to be an MD to prescribe it. So that's the right treatment model, I think.
I think this is kind of like what we were discussing in our third podcast about having the right centers and the right people administering the drugs. Yeah. Like they know what they're doing. It needs to be something like this.
You almost need to pass a psych eval to do that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
It's amazing the amount of people that are just rolling around in life that need to go and do serious therapeutic work and just don't. But because they can pay their taxes and keep themselves alive, they just keep soldiering on. Yeah. Just like horrific states of living.
I think some don't even think about it though. Like, therapy? What the fuck? I don't need that. But they probably absolutely do. They just don't stop what they're actually doing. They never actually sit down. And probably for good reason, because if they sit down for a moment,
they'd have to be alone with their thoughts.
They'd probably have a fucking existential crisis. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's what we all do, dude.
It is definitely a coping mechanism.
Yeah. Yeah, being busy is a coping mechanism. You can become addicted to anything to make the bad thoughts go away. Like work, alcohol.
It can be helpful, but I think
Exercise.
long term it might fuck you
Yeah.
up.
There are better addictions and worse addictions. Like exercise versus, alcohol, for example.
Yeah.
Both can be used to cope with, like, you have to cope with reality somehow. Should probably be exercise and doing hard things, not just drinking the bad thoughts
At
away.
least you're bettering yourself in some way.
Yeah, it's the way to go, dude. God, it felt good to get up and work out this morning. That's a good hangover recovery trick. Get
Did you
under some
drink
weight.
any water before you went to bed?
Yeah, I drank a bunch of water. I was even interspersing water with alcoholic beverages. That was wild.
I do that sometimes, but you don't.
I don't know if I needed that last whiskey. It was nice, but I
You could have
was.
said no.
I could have. Yeah, could I have?
Yeah.
I'm all for being healthy, but I ain't a fucking pussy, dude. That's not how you drink, kids. Alcohol's bad.
I've done that like when we've done like big data drinking sessions, like just have a drink of water in between
Yeah.
every time I refill my glass
Smart.
with more drinks.
Yeah, definitely smart, dude.
But it will take longer for me to get that alcoholic high.
Yeah. Well, you're effectively diluting it.
Yeah.
And that's also what eating like some protein and fiber before you start drinking does. That you get to have the same amount of drinks. You won't feel the alcohol, but because the alcohol is not as bioavailable, it's also not as damaging to you. The buzz is like 1-to-1 related to the damage, effectively. So if you get really fucked up, that's not good. You can have a beer or two and like eat some food. And I think Peter Attia and Andrew Huberman says no alcohol is the best, but there's an amount that you can do that doesn't damage you. I way over that threshold. The threshold's super low, but
I think sleep's kind of the same thing.
yeah.
There's you can get away with some, but the longer you don't get enough sleep, long term it's going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Like you're just going to be
Alcohol
fucking tattered
also
at the end
does
of your life.
fuck with sleep.
Yeah.
So like if you're going to drink, day drinking's probably the best. Just like no more drinks before like 3 hours before you go to bed or something.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it can clear it out. So then you're just disrupting your function throughout the day and not disrupting the like repair function overnight.
How bad is working out when you're drunk?
Potentially dangerous with heavy weights, etc. God, were you at a party at our mate's house? Yeah.
Yes. That was fucking
Oh my
bad.
God. Nothing
That made
happened,
me stop
by the
being
way.
drunk just for a moment, just be like, what
Oh
the
my-
fuck
We almost
is
saw
going
someone
on?
die, dude.
Someone nearly getting crushed by a fucking
Critical head injury.
barbell?
Yeah.
Lifted by his-
Yeah.
Falls back.
Oh,
Nearly
clean
knocks
and jerk.
himself out. Fuck me, man.
Yeah.
So much could have gone wrong there.
I was pretty drunk and I was playing with weights
Oh.
too, which was silly, but I also play with weights a lot. So even though it was a little bit sketchier for me to be doing
Lift
it.
it over your head like that. Fuck, he could have broke his arm. Could have
Yeah.
crushed his
Oh my
fucking
God, it was
skull.
so bad.
That was not good to witness, eh? I'm glad nothing happened, but fuck me, man.
Made me, yeah.
It's
a good parenting moment
It's like
for me, 'cause
almost
I'm
seeing
like,
an
hey,
industrial
hey.
accident. Like, fuck, I could have just seen someone get fucking mangled. I don't
Yeah.
want to see that shit.
It's a good little parenting moment for me because after that I was like, all right, party's over. No more fucking weights.
Yeah. Hide the weights.
Yeah.
Shoot people around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the difference between people that train regularly and like a bloke that doesn't. And he's like, yeah, I'll have a go too. And you're like, no,
no, dude.
no, dude.
But the reason I asked,
Olympic
right, is
style
because-
lifts are not something to do when you could light your breath on fire. Not something to learn while you could light your breath on fire. For me, it was light and it wasn't a heavy weight.
Yeah, but you've done it before.
Yeah, I've done it lots before.
So you're a little more controlled.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm practiced. The body knows without me having to worry about it
Yeah.
as much. Still also drunk, so I could seriously hurt myself too, but seriously hurt yourself doing lots of things while drunk.
The reason I ask is because you don't feel like when you're drunk, like nothing hurts as much, sort of thing. Like if you hit your arm, whatever,
Yeah.
blah blah blah, nothing hurts. So if you don't work out, I know you're not as much in control. You got less balance, sort of thing. But if someone was monitoring you, could you work out and it be actually effective for your body?
No,
No.
because you
I don't think
lose
so.
you lose central nervous system and you lose your central nervous system a bit under the effects of the intoxicant.
Okay.
So like for those large you're not going to be as strong as you would be sober
No, I don't.
because your
reckon.
body can't actually like electrically stimulate the muscles enough to perform the output.
Yep.
Oh, I have a story for next time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll write that down.
So don't work out when you're drunk.
Yes.
I was always curious because, like, whenever I get super drunk, I'm just like, oh, I could do anything, but I don't know how good that would actually be for my body to actually do that. Like, if I woke up tired, I wouldn't give a shit. At least that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But what's the toll that it takes on your body if you went and just fucking, I don't know, did a 1 kilometer run while being super fucking drunk? Yeah.
That's
Would the
probably
wear and
okay.
tear be permanent, or you'd bounce back from it, but it actually didn't improve you at all, sort of thing? I was just curious.
I'm not sure the question. It's you're still doing the exercise.
Yeah. But do you actually get stronger from it? Under the influence of alcohol?
You're still performing the stimulus.
Yeah.
You just won't be as effective doing the activity. So it's by no means optimal.
Yeah, okay. All right. Interesting.
Yeah, I've had a post-work beer and then gone to the gym. Working at a brewery, the post-work beer isn't on a weekday.
But one drink, I'm talking more
But
you've
even,
had several and you just start fucking lifting weights or some shit.
Even one drink, I noticed the edge fell off straight away. I didn't have the output that I would normally. I'm like, fuck, of course, you knew this. Why'd you do it? You knew you were going to go work out. Don't drink and lift weights.
No.
It's bad, okay?
You can severely hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I get you.
Yeah. I feel like it's a pretty... How far did we get through today?
700 hours?
Fuck yeah, dude. I think that's a pretty good result.
All right. Do you want to sign us off?
I would like to sign us off. Tune in next time.
Yeah.
When I speak at random distances from the microphone again for an hour and a bit to upset everyone that listens. I turn away like this and then... Blah.
And then you're in one ear and that's it. And everyone's like, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Just need it to fucking strap it to my face like this so I can't fuck it up.
Yeah, maybe you need a big fucking helmet. Yeah. A helmet, right? And the
Duct tape it in the motorcycle
just
helmet.
Move around.
And then whack it with your arm like that,
Yeah.
you fucking egg.
And then, everyone cries about it. Oh, you fucking hit the microphone.
Yeah. All the two of us that listen back to our own podcast.
Yeah, get the fuck over it.
Dedicated listeners. All right, dude.
We're not
we should
that professional, but signing off.
Yeah.